Welcome to the 7th episode on organic nitrogen compounds and 4th lecture on amines. In the earlier lecture on amines, we have discussed various methods of preparation of amines starting from different classes of organic compounds like alkyl halides or alcohols, aldehydes or ketones and even amides. In the present lecture, we will discuss reactions of amines. We will discuss the basic character of amines, the reactions because of basic character of amines. We will discuss alkylation, we will discuss Eschweiler-Clark methylation and we will discuss Leuckart-Waller's reaction, acylation reaction and reaction with aldehydes and ketones. Then we will discuss reaction of various classes of amines with nitrous acid and then we will discuss carbylamine reaction, followed by the electrophilic aromatic substitution, in which we will discuss nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation, coupling with diazonium salts and nitrosation. Because of the basic nature of amines, they undergo a number of reactions. Amines are basic as they form salts with acids. Aniline, the aromatic amine, reacts with hydrochloric acid and forms anilinium chloride. Diethylamine, a secondary amine, and aliphatic secondary amine, when reacts with acetic acid, it forms diethyl ammonium acetate. So, there is formation of salt with acid like HCl or acetic acid with amines. Alkylation reaction of amines is done with alkyl halides. Both aliphatic and aromatic amines react with alkyl halides to form secondary amines, tertiary amines and quaternary ammonium halides. Here you can see that this is a primary amine, forms first secondary amine, then tertiary amine and then quaternary ammonium halide. Similarly, starting from aromatic amine also we get secondary, tertiary and quaternary ammonium halides. In this particular example, you can see that this is a methyl normal propyl amine, a secondary amine. When treated with methyl iodide, it forms N,N-dimethyl propanamine or propylamine, which upon further reaction with methyl iodide forms this quaternary ammonium iodide. We will now discuss Eschweiler-Clark methylation, in which primary and secondary amines form N-methyl derivative when heated with a mixture of formaldehyde and formic acid at 100 degrees centigrade. In the reaction, one of the hydrogen of NH2 or NHCH3 is replaced by CH2. As you can see here, this is a secondary amine and between this nitrogen and hydrogen there is introduction of a CH2 group. Therefore, there is formation of this N-methyl amine. Tertiary amines do not react under similar conditions. The reason is that in case of tertiary amine there is no hydrogen attached to nitrogen. In the mechanism of this Eschweiler-Clark methylation, the first step is the formation of Schiff's base with amine because of the reaction of amine with formaldehyde. This Schiff's base is generated and in the second step hydride transfer from the reducing agent, that is formic acid, to imine takes place and there is formation of corresponding N-methyl amine along with loss of carbon dioxide and water. You can see here this is the imine and hydride transfer takes place and there is formation of N-methylated amine in this particular reaction. Leuckart-Waller's reaction basically is like the earlier reaction only, but when aldehyde or ketone is used in place of formaldehyde, then the reaction is called Leuckart-Waller's reaction. And primary or secondary amines form N-alkylated amines by this reaction. So, here we are starting with a secondary amine and this is a ketone we are starting with. Any aldehyde or ketone can be taken over here and there is formation of this N-alkylated amine. Tertiary amines do not give this reaction, again the same reason that tertiary amine do not have a hydrogen attached to nitrogen. Then acylation reaction on amines. When acylation is done on amines, there is formation of amides. Primary and secondary amines react with acid chloride to form N-substituted and N di-substituted amides. Tertiary amines do not give this reaction. Here this is primary amine reacting with acid chloride and there is formation of N-substituted amide. With a secondary amine, there is formation of N di-substituted amide, but tertiary amine do not give this reaction. The reason is obvious, that there is no hydrogen which can be replaced by RCO group here in case of tertiary amines. Then acylation can also be done with acetic anhydride, that is in place of acid chloride. If we start the reaction with acetic anhydride, then also acylation takes place. In this particular reaction, aniline is acylated to form N-acyl or N-acetyl aniline, or this is also called acetanilide. And here you can see that this is a reaction between a secondary amine and substituted benzoyl chloride, and formation of a tertiary amine takes place. And here in this case again a tertiary amine we have taken along with acetyl chloride, but no reaction takes place. The reason is that here there is no hydrogen which can be replaced by acetyl group. Now the reaction of amines with aldehydes and ketones. Primary amines react with aliphatic and aromatic aldehyde or ketone to form amines which are also known as Schiff's bases. This is the aldehyde or ketone reacting with primary amine to give amines. Here in this example you can see that this is ethylamine reacting with ethanol or acetaldehyde, formation of Schiff's base takes place. Here again instead of aldehyde we are using acetone and then a Schiff's base is generated here also. Secondary amines on the contrary form enamines when react with aldehydes and ketones, and tertiary amines do not react with aldehyde and ketones at all. Now we will discuss the reaction of amines with nitrous acid. This is an important reaction here. You can see that primary and secondary amines react with nitrous acid to form alkyl diazonium ion and N-nitrosamine respectively. Here this is nitrous acid, this reacts with a primary amine and there is formation of diazonium salt. When secondary aliphatic amine reacts with nitrous acid, there is formation of N-nitrosamine. Nitrosation is done with nitrosyl ion which is produced in situ. In situ means within the reaction mixture. This is nitrite ion, and from this nitrite ion this nitrosyl cation is generated by the reaction of acid. This nitrosyl ion or nitrosyl cation acts as electrophile and is attacked by the lone pair of electron on nitrogen of the primary amine, and there is formation of this diazonium chloride. This diazonium chloride is highly unstable and forms alkyl cation by the removal of nitrogen. This nitrogen is removed and there is formation of R plus or alkyl cation. The unstable diazonium salt decompose to form carbocation, and carbocation further give alkene, alcohol and alkyl halide. See here, this is diazonium halide. This upon removal of nitrogen forms alkyl cation, which upon removal of proton gives alkene, reaction with OH gives alcohol, and reaction with X minus halide ion give alkyl halide. Now a particular reaction, that is ethanamine, when reacts with sodium nitrite in presence of hydrochloric acid at 0 to 5 degrees centigrade of temperature, it gives unstable ethyl diazonium chloride which decomposes to ethyl carbocation. As a result, there is formation of ethanol, ethyl chloride and ethene. As you can see here in this example, this ethanamine reacts with sodium nitrite and HCl at 0 degrees centigrade and produces ethyl diazonium chloride. This ethyl diazonium chloride is unstable and removes or liberates nitrogen, and there is formation of this ethyl carbocation. This ethyl carbocation upon hydrolysis forms ethanol, upon reaction with Cl minus forms ethyl chloride, and upon removal of a proton produces alkene. When primary aromatic amines react with nitrous acid, they also form benzene diazonium chloride, which in turn undergo a number of reactions to form various classes of organic compounds. The reaction is used for a number of conversions. For example, you can see here that this is aniline. This upon diazotization forms benzene diazonium chloride. This benzene diazonium chloride when treated with cuprous bromide form bromobenzene. When treated with cuprous cyanide forms benzocyanide, and when treated with potassium iodide forms iodobenzene. So, you can see that if we are starting from aniline, we can convert the amino group into bromo or cyano or iodide groups via this benzene diazonium chloride formation. So, this is a very important method for the conversion of amino group into different classes of compounds. The secondary alkyl and aryl amines form N-nitrosamine upon reaction with nitrous acid. Nitrosyl cation here reacts with secondary amine and forms this N-nitrosamine. When treated with an aromatic secondary amine, then again there is formation of N-nitrosamine. Tertiary amines undergo N-nitrosation in the ring, that is, in case of aromatic tertiary amine, the nitrosyl cation attacks at the benzene ring and there is formation of para-nitroso N-dialkyl aniline. In this particular case, you can see that this is N-diethyl aniline, and when reacted upon with sodium nitrite and HCl, then it undergoes nitrosation at the para position. Aliphatic tertiary amines on the contrary do not react with nitrous acid at all. It is only the aromatic tertiary amines which undergo this nitrosation in the ring, but aliphatic tertiary amines do not react under any conditions. We will now discuss a very well known reaction of primary amine. Primary amine, both aliphatic as well as aromatic, when warmed with chloroform and alcoholic KOH, give isocyanides, which are also called carbyl amine. Carbyl amines have an offensive smell. This reaction is given only by primary amine and hence used to distinguish primary amines from other classes of amines. Here you can say this is a primary amine. When treated with chloroform and KOH forms this carbyl amine RNC. So, this is an aromatic amine aniline producing this phenyl isocyanide. In the mechanism of this carbyl amine reaction, the intermediate formed is dichlorocarbene. This in the first step, this dichlorocarbene intermediate is formed, and then since this intermediate is electron deficient, it is attacked by the lone pair of electron on nitrogen, followed by the removal of hydrogen and chlorine. Finally, there is formation of this alkyl isocyanide takes place. We will now discuss the electrophilic aromatic substitution undergone by amines. In case of aromatic amines, the amino group NH2 group is directly attached to the benzene ring. Now, if it is amino group or it is alkyl amino group or it is N-dialkyl amino group, all the three are powerful activating groups and direct the incoming groups at the ortho and para positions. Now, the question arises why? I think we have discussed it earlier also, that whenever there is an electron releasing group present on benzene, then the lone pair of electron on nitrogen delocalizes with the pi electron cloud of benzene ring, thereby making both ortho position and one para position with respect to amino group electron rich, and that is why any electron deficient moiety like E plus shown here will come on either ortho position or on para position, and that is why we say that aniline and substituted anilines are ortho and para directing. Under the category of electrophilic substitution, we will discuss nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation, coupling with diazonium chloride or diazonium salts and nitration. Now, the electrophilic aromatic substitution, the nitration. Aniline forms meta-nitroaniline along with tar when treated with nitrating mixture. Now, the question arises why? Because just now, I mean in the earlier slide, we have discussed that aniline and substituted anilines are ortho and para directing. Then why is it so that aniline forms meta-nitroaniline when treated with nitrating mixture? Now, the reason behind it is that nitric acid is both oxidizing in nature as well as it is a nitrating reagent. Now, a lot of aniline is lost as tar as a result of oxidation. Nitric acid then converts aniline into anilinium. See, this is acid and NH2 gives the lone pair of electron to proton and becomes anilinium ion. And if you look at anilinium ion, there is positive charge on nitrogen, there is no presence of lone pair of electron. So, what will happen that the ring electrons or pi electron cloud of benzene ring will be drifted or shifted towards the electron deficient NH3 plus. As a result, both ortho and para position will become more electron deficient compared to the meta position. As a result, the anilinium ion is meta directing. Aniline forms meta-nitroaniline along with tar when treated with nitrating mixture. This has been shown in this slide here, that aniline when treated with nitrating mixture forms tar or forms meta-nitroaniline. But if we want to prepare para-nitroaniline, then what will we do? We will first convert aniline into acetanilide by the treatment with acetic anhydride. Now, what is the difference between aniline and acetanilide? This is highly activating group NH2 and this is mildly activating group. The reason is the presence of electron withdrawing carbonyl group next to aniline. As a result, when nitrating mixture is used on acetanilide, it forms para-nitroacetanilide as the major product, which upon hydrolysis forms para-nitroaniline. So, if we have to prepare para-nitroaniline, direct nitration on aniline does not give it, but indirectly via acetanilide formation we can prepare para-nitroaniline. We will now discuss sulfonation reaction. Aniline reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid to form the salt anilinium hydrogen sulfate, which on heating at 455 to 475 Kelvin gives sulfonilic acid. Here you can see that this is aniline, this first forms this anilinium hydrogen sulfate and followed by the migration of this sulfonic acid group at para position. This sulfonilic acid exists as Zwitter ion. This is the Zwitter ion actually, that is a dipolar ion which exists in the form of internal salt structure. Such ions have positive as well as negative charge within the same molecular structure. Now, the electrophilic aromatic substitution where halogenation takes place. We have already discussed that amino group is highly activating group. So, when it is treated with bromine water, then there is formation of 2,4,6 tribromoaniline, polyhalogenation takes place. But if we want to prepare only para-bromoaniline, then how should we proceed? One way is that we convert this aniline into acetanilide as we had done in the earlier case, undergo bromination and then deacetylation. The other method is that starting from benzene, first prepare bromobenzene, then undergo nitration and form ortho and para-nitro bromobenzene. Since ortho nitrobenzene is prepared in very small amount, that this can be separated, and upon reduction of para-nitro-bromobenzene, we get para-bromoaniline in good yield. Now, we will discuss the chlorination in orthotoluidine. Orthotoluidine reacts with chlorine water and substitutes chlorine at ortho and para position with respect to amino group, which is this product formed is bright yellow in color, and that is why this is used as a swimming pool test kit for chlorine. That is, if we add this orthotoluidine in swimming pool, we can find out the amount of chlorine present in the water by the brightness of the yellow color. More the brightness, obviously there will be more of chlorine which will be converted into the corresponding chlorotoluidine. Then we will discuss the Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. In these reactions, the amines and substituted amines do not give Friedel-Crafts alkylation. We have done alkylation on amino group. This is possible, but when we undergo alkylation in the ring, this is not possible. Okay. So, why amines and substituted amines do not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation? Because they form a complex with aluminum chloride and develop a positive charge on nitrogen and make the ring or deactivates the ring. You can see here this amino group reacts with aluminum chloride and form this complex, and there is development of positive charge, makes the amino group electron withdrawing, and that is why Friedel-Crafts alkylation is not possible with amines and substituted amines. Aniline and substituted anilines do not react with acyl chloride in presence of aluminum chloride. That is, they do not undergo this acylation reaction. But please do not confuse that when this acyl chloride is reacted upon with this toluidine, substitution or acylation can take place at amino group, but it will not take place in the ring. Now, the reason behind it is the same, that is, this aluminum chloride actually forms a complex, generates a positive charge on nitrogen and makes the ring less reactive towards this electrophilic substitution. We will now discuss electrophilic aromatic substitution under this category, nitrosation. Dialkyl amino group is highly activating group, thus substitutes weak electrophile nitroso group generated from weak nitrous acid. You can see here this sodium nitrite and HCl react together to form HNO2, and this HNO2 generates NO plus, the electrophile, which undergoes electrophilic substitution at the para position. The ring is sufficiently activated towards electrophilic substitution to react with weak electrophile, the NO plus. Now, we will discuss very interesting coupling reaction, because as a result of coupling there is formation of brightly colored azo dyes. The amines couple with diazonium salt in mild acidic condition and forms azo dye. This is an amine, this is benzene diazonium chloride, they couple together to give an azo dye in mildly acidic condition. Now, to summarize today's lecture, we have discussed so far the basic character, the reactions due to the basic nature, due to the presence of lone pair of electron on nitrogen in amines. We have discussed alkylation reaction, we have discussed acylation reaction, and then we have discussed the reaction of aldehydes and ketones with amines to form this Schiff's bases and enamines. Then we have discussed the reaction of aliphatic and aromatic amines with nitrous acid. Carbylamine reaction also we have discussed, and then we have discussed a number of electrophilic aromatic substitution in detail in the present lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss the remaining reactions given by these amino compounds, and then we will introduce phase transfer catalyst. These phase transfer catalysts basically are very important class of catalyst, because of their presence the reactions are possible in two phases. Like if two reactants are in different phases, with the help of these phase transfer catalyst we can undergo reaction in good yield.